Okay, I have that it's the top of the hour on my end. I know that folks will be coming in as I'm talking. So everything I'm saying, I'm going to put in the chat for everybody as well. Thank you for being here. The Cristo Rey Network Virtual College Fair. So happy to have you. A few reminders to the folks out there that are watching. Your camera is off and your microphone is off. So if you have any questions during this 45-minute session, please hit the Q&A button at the top or the bottom of your screen. You can ask questions to a specific institution, or it could be a blanket question to all of them, and they can answer through chat. So remember, the Q&A can be offered, is offered throughout the whole 45 minutes. Please utilize it. There are more sessions today, and there are going to be more on Saturday, so please make sure to sign up for some. And a recording, including the transcript, will be available on our website and also on YouTube, and I will put the link in that for you in the chat as well. With that being said, I'm going to kick it off to University of San Diego.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here with you all today. So my name's Jackie Burkett, Senior Assistant Director for Undergraduate Admission. I'm also a very proud alumna of the class of 2011. So we are a private Catholic university by the Diocese of San Diego and the Society of the Sacred Heart. Started off as the San Diego College for Men, San Diego College for Women, and in 72 we combined to be what is now USD. So we're still quite a young university, but still rooted in that Catholic intellectual tradition. And we were founded on three things: beauty, goodness, and truth. And beauty definitely runs with us today, as we are consistently ranked top 5 in the nation for most beautiful campus. But while our campus is beautiful, it's our campus community that makes this place so wonderful. So we do have about 5,700 undergraduates, about 2,600 grad and law students. So we are a medium-sized campus. About 43% of our students come from out of state, about 7% are international. 45% of our students identify as being students of color, and only 40% of our students identify as Catholic. So really, for us, being a Catholic university means being welcoming to students from all across the globe, all different walks of life. And that's something that we really celebrate on our campus. We have our Center for Inclusion and Diversity, as well as the Commons. And the Commons houses our LGBTQ plus and Allies Commons, Women's Commons, Black Student Resource Commons, and the United Front Multicultural Commons, which houses over 30 multicultural clubs and organizations. So lots of opportunities to grow within your own culture and learn about others while you're here, especially because that's the whole purpose of going off to college, is to receive an education. And we believe in the liberal arts. So you're not just going to be studying courses within your intended major, but courses within everything else as well. But we do have 46 different majors to choose from, 56 different minors. We're pretty well known for our Canal School of Business, definitely has great reputation. We also have our Shiley Marcos School of Engineering that's only 10 years old, and it's already 14th in the nation for undergraduate engineering programs. We offer mechanical, electrical, industrial systems. And then we do have our College of Arts and Sciences, which houses some popular majors like biology, psychology, communication studies, and political science. But what I love about USD is we don't expect you to know exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life. So everyone does start out as undeclared, and we give you the flexibility to try things out, reaffirm what you want to go into, or you find your passions elsewhere. So you definitely have a lot of flexibility here. Best part about our academics are our small class sizes. Average class size is only 21 students, and we cap all of our classes at 40. But our students do a lot more than just study. They're very involved in and outside of the classroom. We have over 180 different clubs and organizations to get involved in, everything from the Accounting Society to the Skydiving Club and whatever you can imagine in between. We're also home to 17 NCAA Division I sports. Things that kind of make USD unique is that we are one of only 41 changemaker campuses in the world because of what we do outside of the classroom. Really all goes back to our Catholic roots of wanting to be of service to others. So our community is committed to social justice, social innovation, entrepreneurship, sustainability, global citizenship. They do simple things like beach cleanups to completely developing and building an irrigation system for a village in Sudan. So we do want our students to think globally as well. So we are consistently ranked top 10 in the nation for our study abroad participation rate, over 70 different programs in over 35 countries on 6 different continents, including our own USD Center in Madrid. So we make things pretty easy at USD. We just have one deadline to remember. It is December 1st. So we do not do early action or early decision. All we need from you is the Common App, your official high school transcripts, one academic letter of recommendation. If you are an international student, we do need a satisfactory TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo score. And of course, for everyone, that application fee. But if that is going to be a financial burden for you and your family, reach out to us. We'll take care of it for you. And we are a test-free university, which means that we do not consider test scores at all. I really hope that this gave you a nice little appetizer of what to possibly expect at USD. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help you, or throw any questions in the chat. Thank you all so much.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Loyola Marymount University.
Thank you, and thanks, Jackie. So here we go with LMU. I think, there we go. So welcome to Loyola Marymount University here in beautiful Los Angeles. We have probably some similarities to USD as I was listening to my friend Jackie talking, but I'll try to illuminate some kind of distinctions as well. LMU also has a beautiful campus. This is our campus here at the top of a bluff overlooking Los Angeles. So we're just a couple miles from the ocean, a few minutes from LAX, the international airport, in a residential, suburban, kind of coastal, laid-back neighborhood. So the Bluff is home to over half of our students, and they talk about being able to sit up on the bluff here, look out at the city, and know that they're at home at LMU on the bluff, but with everything that the incredible city of Los Angeles has to offer, very accessible to our students. LMU is a Jesuit university. So to be a Jesuit university is also to be a Catholic university. This is the chapel on our campus. That doesn't mean you have to be Catholic to come to LMU, to be comfortable or welcome at LMU, or even to grow in your own kind of faith and personal development as a person at LMU. The Jesuits are an order, a type of Catholic priest, and they are our founding order. Really, these days, you know, we have a few Jesuits who do still teach on campus or in all different departments, or who work in campus ministry, for example. But the Jesuit tradition is something that we all are invested in, and it really just is a focus on the education of the whole person, helping our students become men and women for others. So a lot of students are very committed to service in the traditional sense, but there really is just a very holistic approach to education. And an encouragement of all of our students that they think about not only becoming their best selves during their time at LMU, but also thinking about what they have to give back to the world around them. So that's in a 6-minute presentation, that's Jesuit education in a nutshell. These are some tenets of our mission statement. Again, you know, the education of the whole person. We talk about things like the encouragement of learning, and these are just some kind of examples of students sort of living the mission on our campus. I already talked a little bit about the location. This map is not to scale, but just kind of gives you an idea of where we are situated in Los Angeles, which is, of course, such a big, sprawling and dynamic city. The only thing that I would add that this map kind of helps illustrate is that there's this area right down the bluff from us called Silicon Beach, which, of course, has a lot of offices and campuses of Silicon Valley companies. And then also Playa Vista, as you can see, also right down the bluff from us, which is a newly developing area. And all of these things are just kind of examples of local industry, whether it's business, film, or whatever the case may be, where we have a lot of opportunities for our students to be connected to internships, jobs, things like that. So it really is, as I said at the beginning, a wonderful location. LMU is also a medium-sized university of about 7,000 undergraduates. I think, again, the just kind of real experience of what it is to be a medium-sized school at LMU is that we have a really wonderful sense of community on campus. It's very easy to get to know other students. I hear students talk all the time about how easy it is to get to know their professors, how accessible they are, how supportive, and how easy it is to just get connected with the types of resources that students need to be successful. So I think that sense of community collaboration is something that you maybe don't find everywhere, but that is very much a part of the LMU experience. In terms of academics, we are a liberal arts university, but we really are also a comprehensive research institution. You can see on the right the 5 different primary academic schools and colleges. We also have a school of education for students who want to become teachers. And the core curriculum, this little graphic has a lot in there on my little pyramid about the core. But suffice it to say that you would have a broad liberal arts background in terms of your academics, and you would have a lot of choices as far as what to major in once you make that decision. If you do know what you want to major in when you apply, you can apply. All of our programs you can be admitted to directly as a incoming freshman and start taking classes in your major as a freshman. Again, if you know, although undecided is certainly okay as well. And if you have questions about specific programs, I'll put my email in the chat as well, so you can follow up with me or let me know in the Q&A. Just a few fun stats about the student experience. There are lots of ways to be involved and engaged at LMU. And I hear our students say that all the time. Get involved, get involved. There just is no shortage of opportunities to be connected in terms of social opportunities, cultural opportunities, academic honor societies, internships. I could, again, go on, but there just are tons and tons of opportunities to be involved and connected and a part of the community here at LMU. This is another slide that really takes more than 1 minute, but I think it's nice to just kind of have a glance of an overview at the various support services that we offer at LMU. And again, just depending on who you are, where you're coming from, what you need, I really think there are many different levels of support, environmental support, whatever it is that you need. I really think that you can find it at LMU. So that's why I like to keep this slide on here, because I think it's just a good quick illustration that it's pretty easy to get connected again with the resources that you need to be successful. Career and professional development is something that's really important to us. The Jesuits, I like to say, have all these great philosophical ideas about education, but are also very practical. So we also want you to graduate without too much debt. We want you to have a job when you finish with your time at LMU. And career and professional development has many, many different programs, retreats, career coaches, just great resources to help students kind of get there. And then my last slide is just a fun one with a just fun kind of sampling of the different places that many of our students have had internships or gotten jobs after graduating from LMU. I do not have a slide about the application process, but we do have an early action deadline of November 1. So again, if you have questions about the application, I am going to pop my contact information into the chat, and I would be happy to hear from you with any questions. And I'll put the admission website in the chat as well, which pretty much will suffice to explain deadlines and things like that. So thank you so much. Good luck with your college search, and thanks for being with us.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Pomona College.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Kenya Alfaro. I'm here representing Pomona College. Really excited to talk to you about who we are. We are a small school. I'll talk a little bit about our size, but first, where we're located. We are in Claremont, California, about 35 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. It's about a 45-minute drive, and it goes against traffic, which is one of my favorite things about going into work, is that we don't get to see the traffic of LA. It's in a really, really great area, and that we have lots of beaches, lots of mountains, lots of deserts. You've heard from other folks already on this call, really the beauty of Southern California and LA, in which our students really do get to enjoy a lot of the arts, the music, the cultural events, everything that's happening in downtown Los Angeles, but really everything that Southern California has to offer us. We are part of a consortium. The word consortium is a fancy word that we love to use in higher ed to describe a group of colleges that share resources. And so for us, that's the Claremont colleges or the Claremont Consortium, words that we use interchangeably. We partner with 4 other undergraduate college campuses. This is very important for us to say, is that we are all undergraduate college campuses within a 1 square mile radius. And those other undergraduate colleges include Carroll McKenna, Scripps College, and Harvey Mudd and Pitzer College. And so together we share libraries, we share dining halls. We also share classes as well. As a Pomona student, you are able to take classes at the other Claremont colleges starting your 2nd semester of your 1st year without having to apply, without having to pay for any of these additional courses. They kind of just show up when you register for classes. And so it's really great to see all of the different students that are within this 1 square mile radius kind of sharing and living together, even though we have separate colleges. Specifically, Pomona, founded in 1887, we are 1,700 students. So we are a small liberal arts and sciences college. It's very important for us to say liberal arts and science, right? We have kind of that whole spectrum of 48 majors. Some of our popular majors include computer science, biology, neuro, international relations, politics, and economics. Really, we're seeing students with a wide range of academic experience. And as you've heard others say, the liberal arts is just, we're encouraging you to have that flexibility to explore things outside of your field of interest or outside of that major that maybe you're pursuing itself, because we just want you to take advantage of everything that we have to offer. And within that comes our academic experience, our classroom experience. We have an average class size of 13 students and 8:1 student to faculty ratio. I often say that at Pomona, it's really hard to go unnoticed because of the small class sizes that we have. Some of the larger classes I've heard of are probably 40 students, and some of the smallest classes that I've heard of are 4 students. It means that professors and faculty members are getting to know you one-on-one. They're getting to know how you learn, how you take information, kind of the opportunities available for you, and how to push you in a rigorous academic environment that we offer at Pomona. And we're just making sure that you're okay, that you are following along if there are any academic resources and services that you need to support your success at Pomona. We want to make sure that we provide them, and that's also why we keep our class sizes so small. We're really proud of the diversity that we have in our campus. We are a small but mighty campus in our diversity and our perspective and backgrounds, and folks who are on our campus. Over 66 countries represented. 20% of our students on our college campus are first-gen students to college. And so we are very intentional about who we're bringing onto our campus, the conversations that you're having, the backgrounds, and the perspectives that you're getting to know within your classroom experience and within the different consortium as well that you're getting to experience, and the folks that you are getting to have these different college experiences and conversations with. And we offer over 250 student clubs and organizations. So because we're part of the consortium, we do partner with the other colleges. All of our clubs and organizations are shared, and there are some that are specific to the different colleges themselves. We are a Division III athletic school. We partner with Pitzer College, one of our partner schools, to form the Pomona Pitzer Sagehens. Our biggest rivals are the other 3 colleges, and it's really great to see that team spirit, to see kind of everyone just come from different perspectives, but also to have that rivalry, to make sure that you're having that friendship. Even though you're sharing these different classroom experiences, you are still in these different teams, and you're still kind of rooting for your own college. So the team spirit is alive and well within these different communities, even though we are kind of sharing a lot of different resources. Our dorms are still separate to each of the college campuses, and we're offering on-campus housing every single year, which means that you are kind of living in you're living and you're having this education within the college. I mean, so we're making sure that you are engaged in these different activities that we have to offer. We offer a lot of internship and research opportunities within our college campus. You kind of see some of the statistics here. We're also making sure that our research and internship opportunities are available to you from your first year and that they are fully funded. We do not want finances to be a reason why students are not getting a hands-on learning education here at Pomona. So we're making sure that all of these are available in every single department. They're available to all of the years, and that they are also with funding needed to really be successful in a lot of these different opportunities. You'll see here a few different places where our alums are kind of going off to. They are doing a host of different things after they graduate Pomona. And we have on-campus recruiters kind of just talking about the opportunities that they're hosting. And a lot of our students are also going on to graduate school. The last thing that I really want to touch on is a little bit about our application process and our application review specifically. We do practice a holistic review process, which means that we are looking at things beyond just your academics. We want to see kind of how you're involved within your community, within your family, and other things that make you you. But also within that process, we are looking for certain valued qualities, qualities that our staff and our faculty members and our students really hold true and dear, and are also really true to our mission at the college. And so when we're reviewing applications, we're looking for students who are ready, who are eager to learn, and ready for the academics at Pomona, students who love to ask questions, who are curious about the world, students who are committed to diversity and inclusivity, and really the broad range of what that means. Because at one point or another at Pomona, you're going to be in a community that is inclusive of different perspectives and different students. And so we're also looking for that investment in community as well, along with some of these personal traits. If you're funny, if you are considered a respected person on your campus, if you like to take initiative, all of these different things. You don't have to have all these different values to be admitted to Pomona. It's a way that we are actually encouraging you to think about college fit within our process. That's a little bit about Pomona. If you have any other questions, I'm really, really happy to chat, kind of answer more, but hope that you leave a little bit just kind of with more knowledge about Pomona College. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have Chapman University.
Okay, well, thank you for the opportunity to be here, everyone. My name is Cristian Aguilar. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Admission here at Chapman University. We are a private institution located in sunny Southern California. We are over 160 years old. We are the third largest private institution in the state of California. Our physical location is in the city of Orange. We're about 12-minute drive to Disneyland, so we are the closest college near Disneyland, so you can literally see the fireworks that go off at the end of every single night. We got about 7,800 and change undergraduate students currently enrolled at Chapman University. When you add that with the graduate students, we're sitting at right about 10,000 students strong at the institution. So we are absolutely a very medium-sized institution with 11 different colleges ranging from everything from the STEM-focused, looking into healthcare, as well as to visual and performing arts, the humanities as well, our business programs and others. So a lot of different areas of study. There's in fact 125 different majors and minors that we have to offer at the institution. So something to definitely fill your cup in there for sure. Over 190 different clubs and organizations that exist on our campus. So you can absolutely find something to get involved in at this institution. Sorry about that. I didn't notice that I didn't have my camera on, folks. And for every 12 students that we have on our campus, we have one faculty member at the university. So again, very small, very personalized education that we have to offer our students here at the institution. Some of the cool things about the university is the physical expansion that this school has seen in the last even 10 years that I've been at Chapman, right? Two of the most recent expansions are listed on in here. So you have Keck Center for Science and Engineering. This is a facility that's over 140 square feet. It was a multi-million-dollar project that is filled with collaboration and research facilities for students that are interested in the sciences and engineering. So this facility is now fully open and functioning. An entire wing is dedicated to just our Fowler School of Engineering, where students are working on a numerous of different projects from 3D printers, working with laser tech equipment, and many other things. So one of the other most recent installments, the Sandy Simon Center for Dance. It is a 28,000 square feet facility. It's a 90% increase from our last facility, and this facility is now open as well. This cool facility can occupy up to 150 dancers in one given time. And so talk about the physical expansion of our campus. We really reinvest those resources back into the students' community because we want them to really learn from from these great hands-on experiences. Beyond that, let's take a look at some rankings of the institution. We're in the top 120 different schools, top national universities, right? So as you think about the institution beyond your 4 years here, it really growing in value, right? As the institution continues to grow in its reputation. Chapman University is the 4th in programs for all of our film programs at the institution, according to Hollywood Reporter, and we are in the 9 best undergraduate health science programs. We are an R2 research classification for research. And so what that really means is that the university must invest multi-millions of dollars into student and faculty-led research. And so, there's a lot of that going on, not just for the STEM, but also in business and social sciences and many other areas. So again, we are that hands-on experiential learning type of institution. 96% of our students will participate in some form of experiential learning. We don't want our students to learn from within a book, but to be able to apply a lot of the education into real life scenarios. And so obviously the hands exposure will look different by the industry you're going into. Those of us going into a business industry might be more interested in going into the internship world, right? And so getting that hands-on experience within the internships. And so we have our Career and Professional Development Center, and every college here at Chapman has a career advisor curated to really support you and your college to find internships in that respectful industry. For some students that are very driven by community service and civic engagement, there's a number of our students that graduate with this. Most colleges don't require this by any means, but a lot of our students are driven to giving back into the community. And so there is a lot of philanthropy that goes on throughout the academic year. And then research, right? A lot of different majors, especially for those of us interested more so into the STEM fields. Research is very prevalent here at Chapman, right? And so I mentioned earlier, we are an R2 Carnegie research institution. And so there are symposiums that happen from faculty every semester to talk about really all the opportunities that exist that they are conducting. And so they invite students to participate and really apply to those. We talk so much about the outcome piece here at Chapman University. This past year, out of the graduates of 2022, 6 months after graduating from Chapman, over 90% of them were fully employed or in graduate school. This slide here looks a little bit at the different companies where students have done internship and done some shadowing opportunities, have received their first job opportunity out of college. And so you have all sorts of companies. You have Fortune 500 companies listed on here, tech companies, entertainment companies, nonprofits, education system. So a little bit for everybody. And that's, again, the things that we're really looking at. As we focus and transition, talking a little bit more about applying for admission, the only way you can apply to Chapman is via the common application. Our early deadline is November 1. That's coming up real soon for early action and early decision. If you're not set on applying just yet, because maybe you're working on your public school applications, that's totally fine. You can apply to Chapman at the latest by January 15th. You would hear back sometime mid-March. And so that is Chapman in a nutshell. And I can stop sharing my screen here. And thank you.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have University of San Francisco.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Sergio Manavia. I'm an admission counselor with the University of San Francisco. Very happy to be here talking to the Cristo Rey Network. To go ahead and get started, the University of San Francisco is a private Jesuit Catholic university located in the heart of the city of San Francisco. Being a Jesuit Catholic university does not necessarily mean you have to be Catholic to attend, but you have to be very aligned with our values of being a person for others, community engagement, and this thing we like to call cura personalis, or care for the whole person in regards to your mind, your body, and your soul. About 25% of our students actually identify as Catholic or Christian, so there's definitely a community at USF to continue practicing your faith. But if you're like the larger majority of our students who just like our values just at the core foundations, then you'll make a great fit. In regards to our size, USF is about 6,000 undergraduate students. So we're considered a medium-sized university. That's kind of nice where you're coming to USF and you kind of have this nice balance between a very traditional college experience, not too big of your classes, but then also too, you'll be able to have the experience of very urban environment like San Francisco. In 1 second, pull up the thing. There it is. In regards to average classroom size, the average classroom size is about 23 students. Once again, not too big. And also in regards to diversity, we are ranked #1 in the nation for ethnic diversity on a college campus. That's a very big reason why students come to USF. We're more diverse than the city of San Francisco itself. So that's really nice because you'll be able to bring your most authentic self to the space, meet people with similar backgrounds to you, and also learn from people who do not have similar backgrounds to you. And also in regards to size, we have a 55-acre campus located in the heart of the city. In regards to academics, we have about 40 different majors students can choose from. Our most popular majors at USF are definitely going to be our biology department, psychology, computer science, management, and nursing. These are the ones that are probably going to be the most the programs that have the most students enrolled. Our newest academic program starting this fall are going to be our neuroscience program as well as our public health major. And then something to note at USF, we do have 2 direct entry programs that students need to apply to directly, hence the name. Unfortunately, students cannot be admitted for any other major at USF and then switch into these programs later on. You'll need to be admitted directly into those programs to be considered for admission. Our direct entry nursing program is highly popular just because you'll start your second rounds or your clinical rounds during your second year at USF. You'll be placed in hospitals with nurses. So by the time you do graduate, you'll have a lot of experience under your belt and then also fully eligible to become a full-time nurse right after you graduate from USF with your BSN. That one is also a very direct entry program, so no pre-nursing or anything like that. In regards to the 5 benefits of attending USF, why students usually come to USF, the first one is definitely going to be a quality of education. Something to note, similarly to other Jesuit Catholic universities, our curriculum is very, very hands-on. For example, you will have to complete 1 semester of a community-engaged learning course. And the best way to describe this class is that part of the class will be in the larger city of San Francisco, and the other half of the class will be in the classroom reflecting on what you did or preparing for it. For example, our fine art students, they paint murals throughout the city of San Francisco. Our computer science students, they teach coding to local high school students. Our biology students, they maintain a local community garden and do research alongside that garden. So very hands-on. So, and also while this might just be a 1 semester requirement, these are very, very popular classes that students usually take a lot away from it. And then also too, we have a 93% 4-year graduation rate for our full-time students. So ensuring our students are graduating within their preferred timeline and feeling very confident for their post-graduation endeavors. Second reason is definitely going to be our location. San Francisco is one of the most opportunistic places in the entire country, if not the world. And we want to definitely make sure our students are getting that network as well. It is the #1 city for young professionals, as well as the #1 highest paying city in the entire United States. So that also offers a lot of competitive internship opportunities and job opportunities for our USF graduates. #3, like I said before, diversity, #1 in the nation for ethnic diversity, but then also too geographically diverse as well. Students starting this fall represent all 50 states, are coming from all 50 states of the United States, and over 100 different countries are represented on our USF campus. So that's really nice too if you're kind of wanting to make friends from a lot of walks of life or want to have the kind of fun weekend or break plans if you want to go travel with your friends back to their home states or home countries. #4, access to services and opportunities. Something very important to note, probably my favorite part about USF, is about 81% of our students get 2 internships before they graduate from USF. That is a very, very big chunk of our student population. You will have access to academic advisors, professional advisors to help you through this whole process, but just knowing that the professional development at USF is taken very seriously. And then also to the financial aid and scholarship opportunities as well. If you're currently attending a Catholic a Catholic high school, or you're graduating from a Catholic high school, you will automatically be awarded a $5,000 scholarship that will repeat each year you attend USF. And just to be considered for that, you just need to apply to USF. We also do offer merit-based scholarships based off your GPA that range from $7,000 a year to $29,000 a year. Once again, automatically awarded upon admission. So for any younger classmen out there, please, please, please focus on your grades. That does also equal more money as well. In regards to student community, the University of San Francisco has about 150 student organizations you can choose from. Students who come to USF, I always like to describe as, academically focused. They want the best for their future, but they also want to have a very fun college experience, right? So they want to get involved in clubs. They want to, explore the city of San Francisco as a young adult. So that's a very easy way to do so. Additionally, too, we are an NCAA Division I school with 16 Division I teams. Most popular is going to be our men and women's basketball team and our men and women's soccer team. So that also has a lot of student spirit if you want to go out to our on-campus games for free and just kind of be part of that kind of camaraderie. And then also, too, we do have a 3-story health and recreation center for our students who want us to kind of maintain that kind of physical activities. We have weightlifting equipment, cardio equipment, boxing gyms, dance studios, and almost Olympic-sized pool. There's a story behind that. So that's also something that we have to offer as well. In regards to applying, we are on the common application like many private universities, but we also have a USF direct application if you just want to apply directly to USF. We will require transcripts as well. We want to see what kind of classes you take, what kind of grades you received. So those two will be required. USF is test optional, so SAT and ACT scores are not required for admission. And we are also letter recommendation optional as well. Students can submit up to 3, but once again, they are not required for admission. We have 2 deadlines, November 1st and January 15th. We have an early action deadline of November 1st, as well as early decision 1 deadline of November 1st, and a regular decision deadline of January 15th, as well as an early decision 2 deadline of January 15th as well. For early action and regular decision, those are non-binding. You'll have until May 1st to commit to USF. But thank you all so much. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm more than happy to help out any point moving forward. And I'll go ahead and drop my contact information in the chat as well for any future reference. Thanks, y'all.
All right, thank you. So if I could have everybody that presented turn their camera on, we're going to do a quick little popcorn question here. Just give me a second and I'll share my screen. In the same order that you presented, can you answer, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Definitely look at all different types of schools. Look at the big ones, the small ones, medium, religious, non-religious, and look across the whole entire country and you'll find one that really kind of speaks to you, but definitely don't rule something out just because you think you know what it's about. Go and listen to them.
I think my best advice is just to remember that it is a process. It doesn't have to be done right now. You don't have to know right now. Take one step at a time. And as Jackie said, being open-minded is good, especially at this stage, but you're going to, we think of it as a funnel, and it's a funnel for you too. It's a process. You're going to start with a list. You're going to apply to some places. You're going to get financial aid awards. You're going to see, what your choices really are a little bit later through the process. So just taking it one step at a time, not being too hard on yourself, but staying open-minded until you have all the information that you need.
My advice is just to remember that this is your own unique journey. You might be working through this application process with friends or with other folks around you, and you might have similar interests, but it doesn't mean that maybe your application journey is going to look the same. And so just remember that it's your journey, trust yourself. No one knows you like you know you. And so just remember that it's kind of how you want to take it, where you want to take it. And I think if you have that in mind, wherever you end up, wherever you apply, wherever you decide, it's going to be because you made that decision.
Yeah, I think the piece of advice, being a Cristo Rey graduate myself, I went to Vermont Day High School back and graduated in 2007. Do your homework ahead of time. Do your homework on the schools that you want to apply to. Do not apply to 20 plus schools simply because you can qualify for all these fee waivers and you want to keep all those options there. Do your homework on the schools. At the end of the day, you can only choose one campus, right? So the more options you have, the more overwhelming it becomes to choose an institution. Pick the number of schools carefully as you're looking to apply. Follow the entire timeline and process and emails that you get regarding your application. And then if you have questions regarding financial aid, the community, past admission, whatever it may be, reach out to the colleges with time. Don't leave it till April 30th. If you leave it till April 30th, there's almost nothing that we can do for you at that point. So yeah, it's my big piece of advice.
I think for me, I would definitely recommend students and families to engage with university admissions offices. The biggest disadvantage you can do to yourself is not ask for help, and you have a whole panel of people, the whole systems of people who want to help you out in the process. So please reach out, email us, give us a phone call, come visit us on campuses, engage with us to whatever extent you're comfortable with, and we're happy to help out wherever.
All right, and we have a little bit more time, so we have one more question. And while we're going through this question, if the folks that presented could take a look at the Q&A, there are a few questions that might be pertinent to you. All right, so same order that you presented. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I would say it's really our location, being in San Diego, being 30 minutes from the border, being 10 minutes away from the beach really impacts our campus community. And we're certainly very proud of that. So definitely send us an email, engage with our campus community, and you'll fall in love too.
It's hard to pick only one thing, but so I'm going to pick two, but I'll make them quick. One, I think, is the sense of community that we have on campus. We all, talked a lot about our campuses and diversity and things like that, support. I think just being in an environment where everyone really is like geared towards your success as an undergraduate is really important. And I think that really is true and alive and real at LMU. And the second thing is quickly, just how committed our students really are to service and to giving back to the world around them. I think that is something that also you would see if you talk to our students. So hopefully you can engage, virtually with not just us, but with all the schools here as well. That should have been that's a piece of advice also, actually. But all of us probably still have virtual offerings, which are a great opportunity to continue to get to know schools, even from a distance, without having to travel to campuses. You can talk to students, you can talk to professors now. Anyway, that was like 3 things. Sorry. I'm done.
I say I think the biggest thing is the size of our campus, very, very small campus size. And so if you were looking kind of for that smaller community at 1,700 students, our each class is about 400 students. We really pride ourselves in the fact that you are going to be in small communities and small classrooms, small organizations, small groups in general throughout your time in Pomona. But if you're also looking, right, to think about what does it mean to feel in a medium-sized school, we also are part of the consortium. So the size is important, right, about what you're looking for. And so though we are offering that 1,700 students within Pomona, we are part of the consortium. And so if you want to be engaging with students from other campuses, if you kind of want to feel what a medium-sized school feels like, you get both at Pomona. You both get that small and that medium-sized feel, which we think that is a really great opportunity that you have just by being a Pomona student.
Yeah, I'd say that all the access that you're going to get from the institution, it's again back to the comprehension side. It is the hands-on learning that you're going to get here at Chapman University. It's, being able to do research as soon as you're a first-year student. It's being able to do internship if you're interested in business administration. It's being able to be in the classroom if you want to be a teacher and being able to shadow other teachers, right? So it's that hands-on education that I really want you guys to leave with today.
For me, diversity. We love diversity. That's probably something that I would definitely want to plug for USF. It's the reason why I wanted to be in the space, so I can probably reflect with that. And then also I will plug the Catholic School Scholarship. It's if you're attending a Catholic high school, that's automatically given to you. So definitely want to plug that as well.
Okay, and then my last plug is to contact these folks. This is what they do. They are trying to find the right fit for you. They can answer your questions. Take a look in the chat. I just put the link in for the recording for this. But these folks are really here to help you find the right fit. So they are the experts. Contact them. Let them know if you have more questions. Keep asking those questions to find the right fit for you. There's another session after this one. There's more sessions this weekend. And again, the recording is at strivescan.com and will also be published on YouTube. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic night.